All right, what is up, Ridge Runner Nation? We are back with another prediction video, and I'm super excited to dive into this one because this race is close to my heart. This is my first 50 miler. The Mohican 100 miler, 50 miler, and marathon are set to take place this weekend in a new location. It's never taken place in these backyard trails or private property trails or whatnot. So it's gonna be super exciting to kind of see how that lends itself on race day for these runners that are gonna be out there. There's a lot of runners that's gonna be out there. It's gonna be a super fun weekend this weekend. Halloween spooky season here at Mohican. Doesn't get any better than that. Everyone at Mohican always talks about what's the one thing that will make this race better. Well, it's just the weather. It's always in the middle of July or June, mid-June. And it's just always super hot. It's 100 degrees no matter what time of the day it is. It's just ridiculous. So now you get an October day. It's gonna be absolutely perfect this weekend for those runners down in Mohican. I wanted to jump on here and dive into who I think are gonna be the top 5 male and female finishers at the race this year. I did my homework. This race is not an ultra sign up. The registration entrance list is available, which is super helpful, but I'm not gonna say if I typed all 144 names into ultra signups to make this video possible, but that may have happened. All right, like I said, let's dive straight into the top women results. I'm predicting 5th place to be Nicole Fleming from Missouri. She was the 2nd female and 3rd overall in the Heartland 125 in Kansas on October the 10th. If I look down, I got some notes here. I did my homework like I mentioned. She was 1st overall in the dark and dirty 50K in Oklahoma this past July. She was the 1st female and 2nd overall in the Outlaw 135 in Oklahoma in February. She was also 3rd at the Ozark Trail 100 last year. The one thing that kind of just stick out to me about Nicole is that she did DNF a race this July. And whenever I see someone that DNFs a race, I always think they're gonna bounce back more than they could have before. You know, there's extra motivated. They got that extra chip on their shoulder. And so that's why I think Nicole's gonna have a really strong race, and she's gonna finish 5th this year at the Mohican 100. All right, 4th place, I am predicting to be Crystal Shanowski from Ohio. I don't even know where to start with Crystal. I mean, she was 3rd last year at the Indiana Trail in October. She took 12th at Grindstone in 2018, and then followed it up a month later with a top 5 finish at the Shawnee 50 miler in what was a stacked field on the women's side that year. I mean, that field was absolutely loaded. After Grindstone, no big deal, brushed it off. 5th place there. I mean, she has multiple top 10 finishes across all types of 100-mile races. I think her experience will really bode well for her in this race, and I've got her finishing 4th this year at the Mohican 100-miler. Okay, coming in 3rd place on the ladies' side, I'm predicting to be Jamie Fenstrel. Yes, she was just a guest on our Ridge Runners live show, and she ran 50 miles, in the Shawnee Forest a couple weekends ago, and just really, she's having a good, strong block here. She ran the Tuscazor 50 miler in September and took 2nd there. Going back to last year, she finished 6th at the Burning River, and this is only her 2nd 100 miler, but I think her ceiling and kind of her development over the past 12 months to 18 months or so is really going to set her up for an awesome performance here. Jamie just goes out and crushes it, and we're excited to see how she does this weekend at the Mohican 100 miler. I've got her finishing 3rd this year in the race. All right, 2nd place on the ladies' side, I'm predicting to be Melissa Sherman from Cincinnati. And honestly, when I saw her results, I kind of jumped out of my seat a little bit. I don't know what I missed for the canal results or whatnot when I was going through it, but when I typed that into ultrasign, jumped out of my seat. She was 2nd this year at the Canal Corridor 100-mile run with a time of 18 hours and 59 minutes, absolutely moving. She's kind of got that top speed in the race that I think could really bode well for her. I mean, she's obviously very fast, so I think that's going to help, but I think it's kind of like when you have that top end speed, you can kind of kick it in extra gear, even if you're not feeling super hot. I think that's really going to bode well for Melissa. Earlier this year, she did a 12-hour event, like a 12-hour course timed thing, 72 miles. So yeah, she's got some wheels. All 5 of these ladies could easily win this event. I think Melissa is going to be a shoe-in for the top 3, but I've got her finishing 2nd overall at this year's Mohican 100 miler. All right, in my prediction to win it for the ladies, the Mohican 100 miler is our 2019 Ohio's Ultra Runner of the Year, race director of the Canal Corridor 100. You guys know her, Emily Collins. I think she runs away with this race. Obviously, she's not going to admit that, but that's okay. I can't. And I'm going to do that because I think she's going to win and it's going to be an awesome day for Emily. Emily's results just speak for herself. She was 17th at the Spartathlon in Greece, Athens, Greece last year. I mean, come on. She won the Burning River 100 miler. She won the Ethan Allen 24-hour event, running 118 miles last year as well. So, and the only hesitation I have on Emily, and she's going to admit this, is that she is signed up for the USATF 100 mile trail championships on December 5th in Needville, Texas at the Brazos Bend 100. And so that's only a month away. So how much is she going to push on race day at Mohican, or is she going to save a little bit in anticipation for that? That's the only thing that's going to kind of be interesting to see how it all plays out. But right now, I'm feeling pretty confident today saying I believe that Emily Collins will be our 2020 Mohican champion. All right, and that wraps it up for the ladies. Let's dive right into the men. I've got 5th place going to Mark Bain, and he's from Cleveland. He's run this race a ton and has a ton of great results. Let's see. In 2018, 6th place. 2017, 5th place. How about 2016? He finished 7th that year. I mean, this guy his first Mohican event was in 2012. I mean, this guy knows Mohican, he loves Mohican, but like for him and everyone else this year, it's a new course. It's gonna be that different style course. It's not gonna be the course that everyone's known and love at this point. So that's gonna be a little different for him, but I expect him to have no issues out there. I think he's gonna finish 5th. Just a little more about him. He took 8th at the Twisted Branch 100K in New York in 2019. Pretty awesome race. So he does have a few 50K/50 mile wins. Some of those include the Forgotten 50K up in Cleveland, Bill's Badass 50K, and Doan's Creek 50 miler. He's a solid runner, ton of experience. I've got Mark Bain finishing 5th for the men for the Mohican 100 miler. All right, 4th for the men. I'm predicting that it goes to Chris Bailey from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Bonjour, welcome to Ohio, Chris. It should be awesome to kind of have you there on race day. Chris won the Damn Yeti 50K this past September. He doesn't have a ton of 100-mile experience, but I don't think that matters for Chris in this race. I think this could be his big breakout race, and I'm super excited. I think he's gonna finish 4th, clearly. Some other kind of notable results is that he took 19th at the Yeti 100 last year. He may have DNF'd from the Heartland 100 in October on the 10th. I couldn't really confirm this. It's hard to kind of say if he DNF'd, DNS'd or whatnot, but if he DNF'd from a 100 miler just a month ago, a couple weeks back, he's gonna be rearing to go for this one as long as he's healthy. So I think he's gonna just absolutely crush Mohican. I've got him finishing 4th overall. Chris Bailey, welcome to the top 5. All right, 3rd place for the men. I've got going to JR Skalbich, and I'm pretty sure I'm butchering their name, so I apologize there. But yeah, I got you finishing in 3rd place here in the prediction video. Some of you may not know JR, but he was the winner of the 2019 Tuscaloosa 100-mile race. Just absolutely awesome performance that day. He's only 27 years old. He's probably the one young guy that I'm picking in this field to kind of do really well. He's got kind of the young guy's mentality, but he's also got that experience. He took 21st at Mohican last year, and I'm expecting this to be a huge breakout race. Obviously, he won Tuscaloosa, but let's kind of see how you do at Mohican now. There's levels to these things, and I'm super excited for him to get out and really just embrace the day with all the top runners that are going to be at Mohican this year. Should be an awesome day for JR. Best of luck out there. Should be fun. All right, runner up on the men's side. I am predicting to go to Jacob Conrad. And yes, the guy ran 204 miles just 2 weeks ago at Big's Backyard Ultra. I don't care. He's going to be ready to go. He's going to absolutely go out there and just do what he's done all year long. And that's just crush races. Big's, boom. Let's go back a month. Tuscaloosa 50, boom. Let's win that race and set a course record. Boom, we'll take that. Let's go back to August. Let's see what he did there. Oh yeah, that was Bob's Backyard Ultra. Bob's Big Timber Backyard Ultra. 170 miles there. I mean, just absolutely crazy. Let's go back to his Mohican experience. Does he actually have experience on the course? Yeah, he's gotten 2nd each of the past 2 years to Arlen Glick and Travis Zipfel respectively. So I think he's got the experience to kind of go out there on the big stage and kind of show what he's got. I mean, he's just absolutely been crushing it, and I've got him coming in 2nd place. Conrad will three-peat the 2nd place finishes this year. Best of luck out there, Conrad. And I've got you finishing in the runner-up spot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the top male spot. I have it going to Mr. Mohican. And yes, this is going to be a hot take. I know this people are going to be like, oh, he's just saying this. I think it's going to happen. I know that Conrad just beat him at the distance-wise at Biggs, and I know that he got him by 11 minutes or so last year at Mohican. Gabe's firing. I think Gabe is more motivated and more inspired than ever, and I think this is the year that he wins the Mohican 100. This would be his, I mean, he's going on his 14th year at the Mohican 100, and it would kind of be a little ironic if the one year that Gabe finally wins, it isn't at Mohican State Park. I know he's gonna get one at the state park one day, but it would just be something special if he goes out there this year and wins it on these trails. It's going to be absolutely awesome. A little about Gabe. I mean, he ran his first Mohican 100 when he was 18 years old. Yeah, that was 3 years my junior when I did mine. I mean, just the guy's a beast out there. So I think he's going to do really well. Obviously, he took 3rd place at the Tuscaloosa 100 in September in preparation for Biggs, because he did that 2 weeks ago and ran 200 miles as well. I mean, it's just going to be awesome. Earlier this year, he set a new 100-mile distance, or 100-mile PR in his backyard. He did like 20,000 feet of climbing. I mean, the dude's had an incredible year, and I think he's gonna kind of round the whole thing up with a Mohican 100 win this weekend. All right, best of luck to all the competitors this weekend at the Mohican 100. I know it's gonna be a little different out there, and it's gonna look a little different than the normal Mohican celebration, but this Mohican is better than no Mohican. So go out there, have some fun. I mean, we're excited to tune in from afar. We'll be cheering you guys on as we always do. Ridge Runner Nation's always got your back. So best of luck to everyone. We can't wait to hear the stories that come out of this year's race, and on the trails that could just be a once in a lifetime opportunity to experience for this race. Best of luck, and we can't wait to see you guys on the other side. Peace.